What is the cheat code in life? Story 1. Depends on what you want to achieve with this cheat code. Money, professional success, love, fame, etc. You'll get different answers for each. For me, just based on my own experience in life, the number one most important thing is mental health, and specifically developing good self-esteem, coping mechanisms, ways to handle stress, mental strength, etc., etc. I say this because life is chaotic and you can't control, for the most part, what's going to happen. But you can control your reactions and interpretation to it, and how you are going to let it affect you. Story 2. Becoming the next Snow White and being reasonably kind. If you overdo the kindness against your own will and it grows to be a habit, then it's not really a very healthy cheat. Story 3. Methylated B vitamins. Like, holy cow, I never thought a vitamin would change my life. Was sleeping 10 hours a night, napping during the day, and still feeling fatigued all the time. Now I sleep 6, 8 hours, and burn through day like I never have before. Story 4. For men, you would brag about your latest toy in your garage. It's all about having the right tools for the job after all, but are affronted at applying that logic to the bedroom. Women don't care how you complete the task if you do it every time. For women, most men really aren't that complicated. Feed them, pounce on them at every opportunity, and drop a genuine compliment about them once a day, and they'll never cheat and always love you. Everyone else? I can't help you. I've no idea WTF you want, so choose one or both of the above and have fun. Story 5. Prioritize the activity and your enjoyment of it over its result. You'll be more fulfilled, and that almost always guarantees the result as a consequence. Don't focus on the marathon. Focus on running every day and having fun with it. Explore new areas, find good music or podcasts, join other runners, make it fun. One day you'll run the marathon and realize how simple it was to achieve. Anything you can think of is just a matter of effort, X time. So focus on staying in the game by making it fun, and the goal will come on its own. Enjoy the process. Story 6. Power overwhelming. Show me the money. Operation Qual, medieval man, no glues, something for nothing, black sheep wall. For other life hacks, try when you're under 25. What is he best in life? Who run Bartertown? Terrible, terrible damage. So say well. Bunker 55 alive inside. Story 7. Less being nice, more being kind. Sometimes we are so nice that we are neglecting who we truly are. We accept things when we shouldn't. We don't say things when we should, all in the result of being too nice. Story 8. What a sad place this is now. People are giving hacks and moderators, working without any salary, are just deleting them because they are on the side of corporations and governments. Fucking sad. Story 9. Learning how to ask for help. Can be small things like, IDK, I started to ask teammates about details in their technique and became a better receiver. Or in especially big things. You don't have to work through hard times alone. Ask your friends for help, your family, your partner, or a therapist. Humans are not meant to be lone wolves. Story 10. You know that thing that you want to do, and it's like you get that feeling somewhere inside that you would really like to do that thing, and it's hard because there's other stuff, and maybe other people aren't doing it. Yada yada. Do that. Story 11. Having your well-off, or otherwise responsible and good credit-holding family members or friends put you as an authorized user on their credit cards to make your credit score jump up 200, 300 points. Bonus cheat if your parents opened and maintained good credit on your behalf for the first 18 years of your life. Story 12. You know those people you hang out with but don't really like and often drag you into their bullshit against your will? Stop. Fuck 'em. Every minute you spend with those emotional leeches is a minute you're not spending looking for someone who is a genuine joy to hang out with. Story 13. Soy sauce. Determine your priorities for a happy life. Find a job that requires the least amount of input for the most output. If you want the new car every 3 years, nice house, eat out every day, the amount of input in your job will need to increase. But if you live a small, modest life and learn to be frugal, you will realize you don't need an expensive college education or stressful job to be happy. Story 14. If you have no complaints about your food service staff at a restaurant, ask to see the manager and pay a compliment and a thank you about the server/host/staff. Usually people want to see a manager to complain, and a compliment is nearly always welcome. I've gotten countless free drinks, appetizers, chips, % off my bill, all for just making a polite comment to management. Story 15. Enjoying yourself is the most important thing in life. And don't let anyone else tell you how to enjoy yourself. Nothing you do that makes you happy is a waste of time. I once read something really profound that relates to this. No one has ever been on their deathbed and said that they regretted not spending more time at work. Story 16. You have 2 ears, 2 eyes, and 1 mouth. So you should listen or watch twice as much as you speak. The less you speak, the more people will listen, because they will recognize that what you have to say is something worth speaking about. Watch and listen before speaking your thoughts or opinions on matters. You will learn more from observing than speaking over top of a lesson. Story 17. Common sense. Every week I see examples of the pure lack of common sense in life. Companies pay a lot for people who can steady the ship and sort priorities based on common sense. Don't argue over every little thing. We live in such a polarized society, and for the most part the answer is usually somewhere in the middle. The amount of people that are willing to die on the hill of something minor is ridiculous, so pick your battles. Story 18. Realizing that the ideal of constant happiness is unattainable. The drive to be constantly happy is causing such misery. No one can be happy all the time, and it is unnatural to think we can be. Contented is okay. Melancholic at times is normal. Happiness, and joy especially, is a rare gift. Accepting that makes a person more resilient because expectations are more aligned with reality. Story 19. Here are the best 3 I know. They all have to do with false narratives that your life and learning have taught you to believe to some extent. Some people struggle with 1-3, but tremendously. Some struggle with all 3 a little. Most of the time it's non-linear and subject to triggers and the variable efficacy of coping strategies. Challenge/edit/reclaim these narratives, engage with them, and transform them to work for you instead of against you, and almost all the problems in your entire life will fall down like dominoes. Easier said than done. Therapy is pretty essential. You are unworthy of acceptance, love, or happiness. You should be in control of your life, of your emotions, relationships, other people, etc. You are obligated to do anything other than exist. And keep your children physically and emotionally safe, if you're a parent. They're all bullshit, but it takes a lot of work to deeply unlearn these false narratives. Story 20. I think Max Ehrmann said it best in 1927. Desiderata. Original text. This is the original text from the book where Desiderata was first published. Go placidly amid the noise and the haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible, without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even to the dull and the ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexatious to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain or bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career, however humble. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself. Especially do not feign affection, neither be cynical about love, for in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is as perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune. But do not distress yourself with dark imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here, and whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore be at peace with God, whatever you conceive him to be. And whatever your labors and aspirations, in the noisy confusion of life, keep peace in your soul. With all its sham, drudgery, and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be cheerful. Strive to be happy. By Max Ehrmann. Copyright 1927. Story 21. Simple as fuck around and find out, as I always say. Good or bad results. Also, we're talking about 1,000s and 1,000s of years of do animals eat it? And Ding Dong over there ate it, and it messed him up. Our brains separate us from animals in the idea that we're just clever and stupid all at once. Fuck around and find out, or learn from example and elaborate on the results. IDK, good conversation anyhow. Story 22. One of the wisest men I've ever known used to say, the only true shortcut there is in life is teachability. I can say it's proven true in my own life. Every time I get my head up my ass and close myself off out of pride, my progress in my career and my personal life stops. Every time I open myself up to learning and stop worrying about asking stupid questions, I start making more money and having better relationships. Also, almost every wealthy person I've worked with has had the same quality. They are never afraid to ask questions. Story 23. Be a king human for once and be nice to people around you. Walking at the mall and someone looks at you, just smile and say something so simple as a good morning, or hi, how are you? I've done that and made a lot of great relationships with many people. All because I was nice. A lot of people might not say it back or look at you in disgust, simply because the people they are around don't custom to that. And that's okay. Just move on and don't let little unnecessary shit bother you. Story 24. Realizing there are no cheat codes. A lot of the upvoted comments are things you're born with and cannot change. A cheat code is something you can input that changes the game. The key is to eat healthy, work out, learn as much as you can about life. What are people's most common regrets? This is something I've learned about that's made my life better. Story 25. Believing you can. Not telling yourself and doing nothing about it. Not rolling your eyes at people that had a better life than you to start with, but believing that it can happen for anyone and it can happen for you. But you need to get the fuck up and go and seize the opportunities for yourself and try every way you can to create your own luck. I've seen some of the most poor and non-attractive people I know accomplish some of the most amazing things because they put themselves in the right places at the right time over and over again with insane persistence until they finally were lucky enough. Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Atomic Habits, The Willpower Instinct. These are incredible books, not just about wealth, growing, or finance, but persistence, self-discipline, and having strategies and managing your mind. I would be literally shocked if you read each of these books twice and were still not successful in 7 or 8 years. While money can't buy happiness, it can sure make you comfortable and buy you a lot of freedoms that will make you feel like you surely unlocked some serious fucking cheat codes. Story 26. Losing weight. Literally getting in shape. Everything gets better. Now, it may not be a cheat code because it requires discipline and hard work, but once you hit a certain number, the world completely changes. People have respect for you. They want to talk to you. You will probably start to see some success in your professional life. You will definitely see success in your dating life. The world becomes a better place. Story 27. Consistently giving effort. The level of effort doesn't particularly matter as much as the consistency. Want to get in shape? Just show up to the gym every day and you're 95% there. You don't even have to do anything crazy. As long as you're present, you'll get around to doing quality workouts eventually. Want to succeed in school? Show up to class every day, listen, and turn in all your assignments. For most people, that's enough to pass most classes. Want to get a romantic partner? Just consistently make an effort to get to know people and be honest about your intentions. I feel like a lot of people put a lot of attention into giving high effort for things, then get burnt out and give up. Consistency matters way more. For most goals, if you just never stop chipping away at them, it'll happen. Story 28. Your thoughts affect your feelings and your feelings drive your actions. You are not as in control of your actions as you think. If you're afraid or confused or angry, your nervous system takes over and you lose autonomy, taking actions you wouldn't have otherwise. But you can control thought. Train your mind to believe in the thing you want, and your body will follow along like an absolute puppet, achieving your wildest dreams. Story 29. Follow the rules. Lots of kids make their adulthood harder by getting in trouble. Speeding tickets equals higher insurance. Running up credit cards and not paying them off equals higher interest rates due to bad credit. This is a bit of a reach, but doing drugs also isn't a great idea. Some people value fun over being responsible, which I understand. I missed out on a lot of things due to being a square, but my adult life is pretty relaxing. Not saying you can't turn your life around, it's just harder with more setbacks early on.